Hello everyone from Ukraine, my name is Andriy Drozda and this is our daily brief overview of the map of hostilities in Ukraine. Let's take a look what is happening on the front lines and battlefields on the east of Ukraine and on the south. We will start from the Kharkiv region and the border of Luhansk region. Here, in the area near Svatov and Kremina towns, some significant changes happened. During the last 2 days, Ukrainians take initiative here near Krasnorychinsky. That's exactly the middle part of the road between Svatov and Kremina, where Russians exactly created their new defensive line and try to keep it. They use a lot of drafted military men, new buys who are very underprepared for the hostilities, but Russians use quantity, not quality of their military forces, and they throw hundreds and thousands of their new buys on the battlefield here near Svatov and near Kremina and exactly near Makiyivka village. So Ukrainians were able to liberate Makiyivka during the last day. It is an important village. The hard battles near Makiyivka continue for 2 weeks already, and this village was occupied actually twice by Russians, and now it is liberated again. We can see a video from Makiyivka where Ukrainians are moving through the village by the road, and we can notice that this village was very damaged by artillery shellings. Every building actually is destroyed by shellings, and there are no people there, no local citizens. Everyone was evacuated because it's quite impossible to stay in such village, in such residential area destroyed by shellings during cold November or winter time. So no civilians there, but battle continues actually, and right now Ukrainians will try to advance to the east to Ploshchanka and to control the road between Svatov and Kremina here in Krasnorychinsky and Ploshchanka area. We'll see how successful Ukrainian armed forces will be here in the next few days, but this week would be decisive for Russian defensive line here. They use all the resources they have to keep its defense. Well, we have no changes near Kremina, but there are some rumors, some unofficial information that Ukrainians are advancing here from the south and here from on this part of battlefield near Chervonopopivka or Chervonopopova, Pishchanki, Zhitlivka. These 3 villages is the area of battles that are happening right now while we are observing the situation right here near Kremina. So we can expect some advance and some success from the Ukrainian side in the near future this week in this area. Near Bilohorivka, no significant changes. Some Wagnerites mercenaries are trying to attack and assault Bilohorivka for weeks already, but they have no success here. They were also attacking near Spirne during the last 2 days, but right now they are stopped where they were actually during the last weeks. So we are moving to the Soledar and Bakhmut. Probably this is the most problematic area of the front line for Ukrainians, because here Russians they have full initiative, they have all the advantage in artillery and the quantity of military units. The Wagner groups are involved here in the daily assaults. And they continue to push on the Soledar from the eastern outskirts on Bakhmut. The Bakhmut town, the Bakhmut city, is under the daily non-stop shellings. And defenders of Bakhmut are they describe the situation there as a hell, as a pure hell. So it's very difficult to keep the defense there. But Ukrainians are managing to do this. It is proved that they are able to keep its defense for already more than 3 months. Actually, the defensive operation of Bakhmut continues, and Russians can do nothing about that. So another hot point on the map is Avdiivka, where Russians also struggling to break through Ukrainian defensive lines from the south in Vodyane and Opetne and in Kamianka, but they had no significant success here for the last 2 days. Only in Vodyane probably they advanced on kilometer or two to the south and to the west, and to the north, and in the northern direction. Piski and other villages here are also area of combat actions, of hard combat actions and hostilities. Let's move to Vuhledar. In Vuhledar, Russians are attacking from the southern direction to the north in Pavlivka, and right now they occupied the outskirts of Pavlivka. Ukrainians need to defend this village once again. They were pretty successful 2 weeks ago. They defended Pavlivka. They have thrown Russians to the south, but new reserves came here, and Russians they are making another attempt to occupy Pavlivka and then move to Vuhledar, but Ukrainians have good chances to keep their defensive line right here for the next week or maybe even more. So let's go to Kherson. Kherson city and the right bank of Kherson region was completely liberated till the end of the week, till Friday and Saturday. And today, President Zelensky visited liberated Kherson. We can see pictures of the president standing in the center of the city, celebrating this great victory. It's the really historical event. Ukrainians have taken back the biggest city that Russians managed to occupy, to seize in the first days of the full-scale invasion. And right now, Kherson is liberated and taken back by Ukrainian armed forces. Local residents are happy about that, and there's even a joke that it is reported that advance of Ukrainian forces to the center of Kherson has slowed down last week as they have to break through the crowds of local citizens trying to hug the soldiers and celebrate this victory with them together. So it was the biggest barrier for the advance of Ukrainian armed forces in Kherson. Locals who wanted to just hug and celebrate together with the Ukrainian military forces. It was a real celebration, really big event for locals. Everyone was happy about what is happening there in Kherson and on the right bank of Dnipro. And right now, Russians are trying to retreat from the left bank of Dnipro. They are trying to move to the south as far as they can from the HIMARS line of this. HIMARSs can just attack, and the targets on the long-range distance, on the 50 kilometers distance, and even more. So Russians right now trying to keep safe their military units, and they are trying to retreat, to withdraw them as far as they can, just to be out of the reach of HIMARS systems. Now they even decided to move away their helicopter base from Chaplinka, from this town, because right now it is in danger of HIMARS strikes. Here we can see the distance. It's about 60 kilometers from the right bank, and of course Russians can't be safe there in Chaplinka, so they need to retreat to Crimea or withdraw their military forces even more to the Melitopol, to the eastern direction. So we will see what they will do with that, how would they solve this problem. And another significant events happening right here near Ochakiv on the Kinburn Spit, that's the small peninsula near Dnipro Gulf. There are some 3 villages situated here which belong to the Mykolaiv administration, to the Mykolaiv region, and there are some rumors, some unofficial situations. Russian sources even reported that Ukrainian forces have liberated these 3 villages and even the town Heroyske, which belongs to Kherson region officially. So it means that Ukrainian units have taken all 3. They have crossed actually this Dnipro Gulf by boats probably in the nighttime, and just managed to provide some successful offensive operation right here. Today, in the morning, Ukrainian Ministry of Defense has published the short video of Ukrainian military boats crossing the Dnipro, probably exactly in this area near Kinburn Gulf. So we can expect some more official proofs in the nearby future, today or tomorrow, about what is exactly happening in this area in Kinburg Spit. That means that Ukrainians can just advance from this place, from Kinburg Spit, to the east in future if all the operation would go on successfully and be successful, move to the east and try to liberate Hola Pristan, Oleshki, and other villages and towns here on the left bank of Dnipro River. It means that Skadovsk and Chaplinka and other towns here near Crimean Peninsula would be liberated very fast. There are some forecasts from even American experts like General Hodges, Ben Hodges. He insists that Ukrainians will liberate Melitopol and Mariupol in January next year, so like in 2 months. And the Battle of Crimea will happen next year in 2023 in summertime. So it is very, I would say, confident forecast. We will see how the situation would just be develop here, but we can expect from Ukrainians in the near future that some offensive operations will be taken here on the left bank of Dnipro River, and Russians would withdraw and retreat even from this area. So it is all important news for today. I hope you liked our video, you find it useful. If you do, please share it, please write a comment below, please support us with a like, and I hope to see you soon tomorrow on our channel.